Greetings, Internet. It's me again, Dr. Caffeine. And I wanted to make another video about caffeine because it would be a lot of fun for me to do so. So, like I was saying in my other video, caffeine, or prolonged use of caffeine, will result in ineffectiveness. So, if you have caffeine for a long period of time in your life, and you have it every day, eventually it's not going to work anymore. And you're not going to feel hyper after you have the caffeine from a soda or a coffee or an energy drink. It's just not going to work anymore. The caffeine won't have any effect on you. The sugar will still have an effect on you, but just not the caffeine. You see, I'm a doctor, so, I'm Dr. Caffeine, so I know a lot about caffeine. I've had a lot of caffeine. And I'm also a doctor, so, I know what I'm talking about. I've explained a lot of stuff in my other video about caffeine, but, there's still a lot more to learn about caffeine. Too much caffeine can really result in, anxiety. And some people say, no, I don't think this is true, but they say that caffeine speeds up your metabolism. So, I really don't think that, though. But it says that in the Wikipedia. A lot of stuff on Wikipedia really isn't that true. And, a lot of people don't know that. They think everything they read on the internet's true. So, you gotta watch out for that. You gotta watch out for that stuff, man. You can't have too much caffeine. You really can't have too much caffeine. Because there's this one energy drink called Spike. And Spike has a lot of caffeine. Like 350 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot of caffeine. Let me show you some more energy drinks. Alright. See all those? They all have caffeine in them. Let me zoom in for you guys. All these new products all have the caffeine. And a lot of them have too much caffeine. I don't even drink energy drinks anymore because there's just too much caffeine. When I was a kid, I would drink a lot of caffeine. But you gotta do that if you want to become a doctor. And if you want to be Dr. Caffeine. That's just the way it is, man. Because I love caffeine. But too much of anything isn't good for you kids, and you shouldn't be drinking too much caffeine. Now, you can drink a lot of caffeine. That's trying to get a little rush. Get a caffeine buzz and everything. You get a caffeine buzz from all the caffeine, right? You might feel a little hyper, a little excited. The dopamine in your brain gets a little loopy, and you feel a little excited, like you want to stay up all night. That's how it's a lot to do with the caffeine. Little caffeine buzz, They call it a caffeine high. A lot of you kids don't know about the caffeine high, so that's why I'm making this second video, Because in my other video, the camera cut off on me, so I had to put some new batteries in for my camera because it cuts off sometimes. And it's not really good. Now, caffeine is a bitter substance, like I said in my other video. It's kind of like a cocaine, the way it's stimulating. but it's legal in America, and it is a drug, but it's not really it's not really a hardcore drug, and it's not really that bad for your body, you know. And if it was, it would be pulled off of the shelves like that, you know. And that's, that's how caffeine runs in America. Because there's a lot of caffeine on the shelves, like energy drinks and soda and all the coffee that you all Americans are so addicted to. Caffeine is very addictive. And caffeine can cause so much insomnia and trouble sleeping that it's just ridiculous. You know, man? I mean, too much caffeine is definitely not good for you, man. You know? And I said that before and I say it again. And I know a lot of people say it. I saw somebody else saying that too. Yeah, man. I mean, this Spock has a lot of too much caffeine, 350 milligrams. And the runner-up is Nice. And if you drink Nice, that's a lot of caffeine. Okay? The second most drink with the most caffeine. And I'm not lying to you guys. I'm Dr. Caffeine. What I say is true. Okay? Boys and girls of all ages. You little teenagers out there, you gotta know how to take care of yourselves, kids. You can't have too much caffeine, because Dr. Caffeine will take care of you. Okay? Now, Monster's not really good for you. But when I was a kid, I drank Monster like it was no tomorrow. I would have it every day. I couldn't get enough of the caffeine. But, it causes way too much anxiety, and you have anxiety attacks from all the caffeine. So it's not really good to have an anxiety attack. So I'd suggest you guys stick to your Mountain Dew. And don't have too much of it. Limit yourself a 2-liter Mountain Dew if you're a late teenager or something. If you're a kid, have Mountain Dew, but don't have too much Mountain Dew. And I don't think you will, but just warning you. It's not really, not too much is not good. That's basically all I want to say. Caffeine, let's talk about more caffeine before I turn everybody off. Caffeine, there's a lot of, they try to push caffeine on you, and every American is drinking caffeine at least once. Even Coke has caffeine, and everybody drinks Coke, and that has caffeine. Caffeine trips, they call some of the folks up there, the silly folks. I'm not saying don't drink caffeine. Limit your caffeine. Have caffeine, but limit it. And make sure when you're having a caffeine, get that nice little buzz, because that ain't gonna last forever. The little buzz is gonna have to result to sugar. But you're gonna have to take methamphetamine if you want that little buzz. And the caffeine pills are not good, okay? Because I don't suggest having the caffeine pills unless you're a crazy guy. Kind of like me. Yeah. So, that's what I'm going to talk about this video, kids. Folks of all ages, just want to talk about caffeine. Men, women, caffeine. You know about caffeine. So, tell me what you guys know about caffeine. I know a lot about caffeine. I'm Dr. Caffeine, so I've had experience with the caffeine. 6 years of experience with caffeine, okay, kids? So, you gotta recognize that you don't know who I am, okay? And that I'm a goofy guy. So, thanks for watching my video, guys. I'll see you later. I'm Dr. Caffeine. Alright, bye, YouTube.